Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast. We don't need Micah Parsons. He's overrated. The Chargers are ass, buddy. We just beat one of the iconic franchises of the 2020s, the Chiefs, with a Travis Kelce that just got engaged to Taylor Swift, and you guys lost to the Eagles, who were playing some of the worst football that I've ever seen them play. Oh, it's good to be a Chargers fan. Bolt up, baby. Oh, Sancho, sweet young Sancho, and LA Knight's still ass, getting no push. It sucks to be you, brother. Light it up, 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 light it up. Welcome, folks, to the Wrestling is Cool podcast, coolest wrestling podcast on the planet. I'm obnoxious today because I feel good. I feel so good. That's Sancho. You might call him a loser. How you doing? It doesn't matter how you're doing. Because I know you're doing terrible. You've had a terrible last couple of days, and I'm feasting and drinking your tears of sadness and turning them into a cocktail of delicious joy. All right, Sancho.
There's somebody listening right now like, get up, King. Get up. Fight back! Fight back! First of all, if you beat the Chiefs in Brazil, just move to Brazil because that's the only place you're going to win. And you have no fans anyway. Maybe the Brazilians could embrace you.
Dude, that'd be sick. If we became the Brazil Chargers, I'm so down for that. 100% I'd be down for that.
That would be sick. With the new logos, the new color schemes like Brazil, that'd be sick.
That would be sick. Brazil's, like, one of their big colors is already yellow, like their soccer team, right? Or football. Mm-hmm. All right, sorry, my friends from the old continent. So it would be a natural fit. I'll go to Brazil, the Rio de Janeiro, and Los Chargers.
So yeah, I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
I'm happy for me too.
Enjoy. Too bad they don't hand out trophies after winning the game 1 of the NFL season.
And if they did, you wouldn't get one. If they did give out trophies, you wouldn't get one because you lost.
What do you want, an NBA midseason tournament? No one cares about that midseason tournament, okay?
They care. You care. You're mad. Stay mad. Why are you mad, bro?
I'm just happy that we have a running game, okay, in the red zone. All right, that's all we wanted, okay?
Man, it's good to have football back, but WWE doesn't seem to be happy that football's back. How do you feel? We never really talked about this. How do you feel about WWE pussying out on Monday night and moving an hour early, afraid of Monday Night Football? You want to know why they're afraid? Because it's the Chargers on Monday Night Football. They know we're a draw.
Okay.
All right, what do you think about Raw moving to 7?
It is what it is. It's interesting that the WWE's counter programs people to death, but you hit the magic word here. Here's an article from the WWE comparing your favorite WWE superstars to NFL teams at the AFC. Who is you think that the NFL and WWE, what did the WWE think John Cena is? Who is John Cena in the moment?
I mean, the New England Patriots.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's not just that Cena's from New England. He's quite similar to the Patriots organization as a whole. They have a record 6 Super Bowl titles, and John Cena has a record 17. CM Punk. Thoughts, CM Punk?
I doubt they'd be just basic and say the Bears. I weirdly think CM Punk is kind of the Eagles.
He picked the Buffalo Bills.
Oh,
so
interesting.
Close to winning recently. In Punk's case, he did it all to win for the title for all 5 minutes. So basically, it's a close to winning type of vibes.
Okay.
Who do you think about Solo Sikoa?
Is Solo Sikoa like the Jacksonville Jaguars?
No, the New York Jets.
Oh. Yeah, hey, it's like the New York team that people like less. People like the Giants more than the Jets. Just like he's the tribal chief that people like less.
Yeah. Let's read the rest of the list here. Tiffany Stratton is the Miami Dolphins. Randy Orton is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Roman Reigns is the Baltimore Ravens. Logan Paul is the Cincinnati Bengals. The Miz, the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, I mean, those are layups there. Penta's the Colts.
Why? Like,
Penta has never been one who would imagine picking up everything and moving to another promotion, almost like the Colts did 41 years ago.
This is a freaking reach.
Stretch ever.
Yeah, that's a reach.
Jacksonville Jaguars is Maxine Dupree. Bianca Belair is the Tennessee Titans.
All right, hang on. I feel like that's a subtle insult at the cons. They give their team Maxine Dupree. Come
ESPN
on.
now. ESPN and WWE.
I see right through that.
EO Skies, the Houston Texans. Cody Rhodes. Who do you think Cody Rhodes?
That's the Chiefs.
It's the Chiefs. Bronson Reed is the Denver Broncos.
Oh.
And guess who's the Los Angeles Chargers WWE counterpart?
I mean, I think logically, funny enough, I was on a podcast with Wyatt's World. He's an NFL content creator, and he asked me what team what WWE superstar the Chargers are. I said LA Knight because they, obviously the LA thing, but also like their inability to actually like win and win the big one. They're always just the bridesmaid.
All right, ESPN sees the same way. Dominic Mysterio's the Las Vegas Raiders. Ooh,
because they're both dirty.
Las Vegas.
They're both dirty.
Sucio. In the NFC, Paul Heyman's the Philadelphia Eagles. I guess you see them.
Okay, whatever.
Becky Lynch, the Washington Commanders.
I don't get it.
I don't know about that. I don't want to even read the sentence because the sentence just makes it worse. You know what I mean? I was like, what? Sheamus is the New York Giants.
Okay.
Who's the Dallas Cowboys, if you had to pick?
The Dallas Cowboys. Oh, boy. I mean, it'd have to be somebody really, really popular. Maybe Rhea Ripley?
Charlotte Flair.
Oh.
Charlotte, just like the Cowboys, can considered America's team superstar with all the history and glamour. Both attract plenty of haters. Both are popular, but has just as many fans who want to see them win, love to see them fail.
I think that's pretty accurate, actually.
Pretty accurate. Braun Breaker's the Green Bay Packers. Jacob Fatu's Chicago Bears. Brock Lesnar is...
I don't know. Who would he be? Is he Minnesota?
Detroit Lions.
Oh.
He should be Minnesota if you really think about it, though.
Yeah.
It should be. They should flip it because they have Jey Usos and Vikings. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Make it make sense.
No, my God. The Lions are totally Jey Uso. 100%. That is such Jey Uso vibes. 100%.
And even the color scheme, the brand.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Oui.
R-Truth is the Carolina Panthers.
Did he think that he was a different city? Probably.
They just said Truth is from Charlotte. That's it. That's what I've got.
That's all they got.
Who wrote this? I forgot.
Dude, they were like creative with a couple of things and just like, all right, yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, Miz is a Browns fan, so he's the Browns.
All right, it's somebody from the Pat McAfee show that wrote this. Mark Cabali? Anyway.
Mark Cabali, Sancho thinks you suck. Well done.
Whoa, no. Carmelo Hayes is the Atlanta Falcons. Uncle Howdy's the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, I like that. I like that. The New Orleans, spooky, undead vibes of the bayou.
Sami Zayn's the Bucks. Seth Rollins is the Los Angeles Rams because all the glitz and glamour. Drew McIntyre is the Seattle Seahawks. Chelsea Green is the Arizona Cardinals. Not too many take the Cardinals or Green seriously, and that just might be their fatal flaw. Unless Call of Duty rolls around, then we don't have to take the Cardinals seriously.
When Call of Duty comes around in Double XP weekend, for those that don't know, there is a proper correlation that people have mapped out of the poor quarterback play of the Arizona Cardinals with their quarterback Kyler Murray to the week that Call of Duty comes out, and anytime there's Double XP weekends. Because apparently he's addicted to Call of Duty, which is kind of hilarious. It's wholesome.
And last but not least, Bailey is the San Francisco 49ers. So to answer your question, how I feel about the WWE avoiding the NFL, it is quite interesting considering that their new partnership with ESPN, you would think they would embrace it. There'd be more cross-pollination. There'd be more like, hey, check out what's happening on Monday Night Raw. That's happening right now. Tonight's going to be X match on Monday Night Football. There's going to be more promotion, and I think like maybe they are setting up a thing where Monday Night Football is kind of Monday Night Raw is the lead up to Monday Night Football. Maybe that's like you watch wrestling and then you watch football right after.
Maybe that could be what they're going for. It could just straight up be a favor to ESPN, like, hey, let's not cannibalize the WWE product that we are so heavily invested in. Even though the Raw TV show is not something that we've invested in, it's important for it to be able to flourish so that the PLEs that we have invested in get as much interest and as many eyeballs as possible. So that might be what they're gunning for here, because they also don't want to split their fan base during Monday Night Football either, because Raw's on Netflix. Like, it has nothing to do with ESPN. That's a direct competitor, if anything. But you also don't want to damage Raw to the point where the PLEs that you've invested in don't do anywhere near as well. It could be that. It could literally be Netflix doesn't want to deal with Monday Night Football. Maybe the numbers aren't as strong as Netflix would have wanted, and they're trying to experiment here by moving things around. There's no indication as to who made this decision or at the behest of who, if it's ESPN, Netflix, or WWE themselves. But it doesn't change the fact that they've never done this. They've never shied away. They've changed the times of Raw before, just to clarify what I was about to say, because somebody's like, oh, Santi, actually, Raw has been at 7 p.m. Shut up, nerd, loser. But they've never shied away from Monday Night Football. It's always been, all right, let's go. We'll take it on the chin until Royal Rumble season, and then we pick back up, and then we take all the football fans that are there right for the taking after the Super Bowl. This is kind of the first time that I'm seeing WWE kind of like shy away and pivot away from the monster, the behemoth that is Monday Night Football.
How many WWE fans are football fans? Like, if you have to give a percentage, because, every time we talk anything remotely not wrestling, people go, whoa, the real podcast starts in 13 minutes.
I mean, it's interesting, right? I think you need to ask that question of how many North American fans of WWE are football fans, because European, I would say, like, we're probably in single digits. Sure. And anywhere outside of the North America, we're probably in single digits. I think, like, out of Canada, in the United States, I'd probably say like a solid 15-20% are probably NFL fans of some capacity. Maybe not super diehards, but like casual to a degree, right? Many of like people in my chat, for example, like I think this is a really, really interesting example. It's not, my numbers aren't like a direct correlation of WWE programming, but I think there is something to explore here. When I live stream WWE, I'll do anywhere on Twitch specifically. I'll do anywhere from 1,200 to 1,500 viewers, right? If I do like gaming or something that is really not at all close to wrestling, I'll go down to like 400 to 500. When I streamed football, I was doing about 800. So more than the gaming streams, less than the wrestling streams, but still a pretty decent uptick. So I would say that there's a decent amount of fans that watch wrestling that are NFL fans. And I think for that fan base, this is a good thing, right? Because now you can, like you said, go from watching Monday Night Raw and catch the second half of Monday Night Football.
I do think you're going to see more pro wrestlers on ESPN. They're going to be in the booth. They're going to come out like Seth Rollins does for the Chicago Bears. You're going to have more of that. This is just the beginning. I've seen already John Cena everywhere on ABC programming, and this is going to be the first indication. Now, this article is not the best article to cross-pollinate, right? Because some of these comparisons don't make any sense. But at the same time, at least what I'm seeing is they're trying to make sure that, like you said, they don't cannibalize their own viewers. But at the same time, if they could find a way to make it like, hey, we are on right now on whatever, on Monday Night Raw is live right now. Go check them out and then come check out football. I think that's the play. One thing I'm interested in is maybe did Netflix see that no matter when we go live at 2 for the foreign shows, or we go live at here or there, the numbers are still the same. You got to really think about it. Netflix is not a live platform. It's all VOD based, or it's all, binge based, whatever. When do they update a weekly show on Netflix? At midnight, right? At midnight, when it hits midnight, the next episode comes out. So how are you going to get everybody to Netflix on a certain time? I think people are so used to just showing up to Netflix whenever they can digest the product. I wonder, from our fan base, do you watch Netflix Monday Night Raw live, or do you watch it on your own time because it's available immediately as soon as the show is over? There's no hurdles. There's nothing you have to DVR. There's nothing service you have to get. It's already built in. You could just literally watch it as soon as it's over on your own time, at your own convenience. Or is it because the live version of the product's over, you just go, I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to watch clips or our review on Patreon, things of that sort. I just wonder for that, because for me, if I miss a Netflix live, it kind of dilutes it for me. I go, well, it's already happened. I'm going to skip through it when I want to watch versus sitting there and watching the whole thing.
Yeah, you don't get to be part of the moment by moment conversation that's happening. I think personally, because I used to do this, I would watch Monday Night Raw the morning after or whatever. I do think it is a less enjoyable experience when, like, in theory, when you think about it, it shouldn't be. It's still the same piece of content that you're watching. But I do think that WWE, specifically in the type of entertainment that it is like ready, built for water cooler conversations in the moment as it's happening, either texting your friends, being on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it might be. It's a very socially digestible program that is just made better when you have other people to be able to digest it with. I think it's the reason why watch along live streams do as well as they do. People are looking to have the immediate social outlet to be able to react to whatever is happening on screen as it's happening. And you do kind of lose the ability to be able to do that when you are watching the video on demand the day afterwards. It's also an actually worse experience because they cut out on international Netflix, they cut out the commercial segments that happen on the VOD. So the VOD, you don't get to see some of the stuff that happens on commercial breaks, like that interesting AJ Styles promo where he kind of called out WWE. If you go back to the Netflix VOD, that's not there. What's funny, Sancho, is that when that segment happened, a lot of people wanted to go back and like watch it. And then they couldn't. They thought that WWE like censored it or something because it was like too real. No, that's just what Netflix does. They black out the commercial stuff. Even when you try to rewind when it's live or when on the VOD, you can't find it. So it's possible that a lot of people do watch it after the fact. The VOD, I think it is a worse experience, but it's better than nothing, right? It's at the very least getting that option to be able to do that. I would be really curious on numbers. This is not something that Netflix publishes. At least not on like a regular basis, like you would get like the weekly Nielsen ratings for WWE. I would be very curious to see like, hey, yeah, we put this Monday Night Raw episode at 2 p.m. and yes, our live views were down, but the overall long tail of the VOD, we still got the same views as if it was live at 8 p.m. It's possible that that's the case.
One thing I want to pick up on is NFL watch parties starting to come around now. Isn't it interesting that watch parties are becoming mainstream in general? I think a couple of seasons ago, they had the Mannings. They do their own watch party, right? You get two perspectives from two top quarterbacks, the brothers. They have hijinks. They have guests. Bill Murray was on last Monday night with the Bears and Vikings. So it is interesting how watch parties are becoming a thing mainstream. But I got to tell you this, as somebody who did watch parties on Twitch officially for them when it comes to Thursday Night Football, which was really cool because they have prediction things of that sort. We were the guinea pigs of the first couple of seasons. It's hard to do watch party for football. There's not a lot of action. It's not like wrestling where something happens every minute or so and you got a new segment here. Brother, those 3 hours, it goes by very slow versus like when you're out and about watching football and by yourself or eating food, hanging out with family or friends. I'm not a fan of doing watch parties as a Cowboys fan because when something goes south for Cowboys fans, I can't hide my emotions. Oh, no.
Dude, I am in my Chargers watch-along parties, I'm so obnoxious and toxic. It brings something out of me, man. It's like I become the Uncle Howdy. Like right now, wrestling, I'm Bo Dallas, and then the Chargers are on. I'm like, ooh. It just, the nastiness comes out, man. Somebody will be like, hey, Santi, I hope the Chargers do well. I'm a Steelers fan. Best of luck. And I'm like, fuck you, I don't care about the Steelers. I hope they have a terrible season. I hope Aaron Rodgers breaks both of his ankles in the opening snap. But thanks for coming to the stream.
Oh God, I'm sorry. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
No, I become like the guy from Split. It wasn't me. It was Patricia.
Yeah. You become like, what is it, Bailey right now? You know, ding dong, Karen inside and you. I don't know, man. It's an interesting thing that we're venturing into this blending of worlds, and I'm wondering who benefits the most. Because in every collab, Santi, there's always one person that benefits from another. You know, there's always somebody that's not putting themselves on the thumbnail. You know, there's always somebody that's making the sacrifice. Because, you know, algorithms and things of that sort, you know, there's always somebody, Santi, even though this person is a draw. You know, you look at the IG numbers, they don't lie. I look at your response to AJ Lee's reaction, only 1 million, but mine close to 5 million. You
Damn,
know what I mean?
really?
And this is yes, and this is who you are denying this face. So when you don't want people come into my Fortnite streams, they're like, oh, why don't you play duos with Santi? I'm like, well, Santi sucks. Oh, why don't you be on your own thumbnail? I'm like, well, it's because I'm too pretty. You know what I mean? I don't want to be on the dumb thumbnail.
I'm going to start adding Con Man to the thumbnail. Just not you. It's going to add Con Man moving forward.
Put Wheezy, put me,
everyone but you.
Malcolm, put everybody on the thumbnail. Put up Chris Van Vliet.
Mr. Tesh.
Put everybody on there, baby. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine the clip? People are like, wait a minute, wait. The problem is like people would be upset at it, but they're not going to tell you anything because you're Santiago.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it's so interesting you mentioned the popularity of watch parties. Like, I've realized I noticed it when we were live in like European times because there would still be like other sports live streams going on or like other events. Like there would be like Brazilian soccer on. It'd be like Corinthians versus fucking what is it, Santos or whatever, and like it would just be some live streamer on Twitch with like 7K views watching this soccer game.
Oh, in the sports category.
In the sports category. Dude, there's something there, man. There's something there. The wrestling reaction space, man. There's still a lot of room to grow. We see a lot of you, man. There's a ton of you. Like I open up IG and there's a new wrestling reactor every single day. Take advice from the pro, the one that's been doing this for a long time. Don't just do that. Go do something else. Go make videos, opinions, think pieces. Don't just be the reactor guy. You're not going to build a community that way. Do something else on top of it. Build on top of it. Be a creator, not just a reactor. That's my unsolicited advice to all of the people that are entering this space. How many times did I tell you that, Sancho? Make YouTube videos, and here you are. Doing pretty well. Your channel's doing pretty well.
Thanks, Dad.
I take all of that credit. Every single bit of that. I want royalties. I want my face on your thumbnails moving forward.
That's what people want. I'm like, get out of here. I don't want yourself. You're like, well, Santi needs to be in the thumbnail.
I want to start that movement. Even though I have nothing to do with Sancho's YouTube channel, I want all of the comments on there.
You're gonna kill my stats. People are just gonna not even watch the video.
No, watch the video. Watch the video and make sure you let them know that I need to be on the thumbnail.
At least sub, please.
I don't think we haven't even done the proper intro. Folks, welcome to the Wrestling is Cool podcast, coolest wrestling podcast on the planet. You can, of course, be getting this episode 3 days earlier than everywhere else on the planet over on patreon.com/SantiZab. Not only will
this guy or this guy? This guy or this guy?
I'm this guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 3 days earlier than everywhere else. You can also get all of the other extra videos and series that we do over on Patreon that are not available anywhere else. So please go check it out. Patreon.com/SantiZab. Link in the description. Link in the pinned comment. Go ahead. Go check it out. 5 doubloons, 5 shillings, 5 shekels will get you access to everything.
We do have AJ Lee on there on Match Club. We have the AJ Lee versus what's her face?
Versus Caitlyn, where she won the Divas Championship. and had
and we have
that long
AJ
run.
Lee coming in interfering against John Cena, or the John Cena.
That's
Dolph Ziggler
right.
For the Money in the Bank. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got AJ Lee. We got AJ Lee. Also, we have a new updated Patreon page. So if you're a Patreon member listening right now, you should check it out. It's different. It mimics more of a YouTube channel. There's our top current series. I don't know something. I got to talk to you. I don't know if I want to put Monday and SmackDown in that carousel, because right now it's John Cena and Ryback in review that are sitting there. But you're going to see the latest uploads, and then it goes down to our most popular videos, things of that sort. And then you got your collections. Everything's organized into its own way. And literally, we're close to 200 Match Club videos. Close to 200 Match Club videos. And I think we are like at least 500 hours plus.
Yeah,
content,
just not, yeah.
least.
At least, yeah, for sure. I've had some people ask me, do we delete like old match clips? Nope, they're all there. Like every single one. You can also go watch our Raw and SmackDown reviews from like 2 years ago if you want. They're there too. If you want a little blast from the past. But I think what's important is like the main series and the watch-alongs. They're all there. We don't delete those. So go check it out. Patreon.com/SoutheastAb. Well, you've already kind of got the bag out of the cat, I said. I was about to say. Imagine getting a bag out of a cat. That'd be really uncomfortable for the cat. Getting the cat out of the bag.
This is your king. Everybody, this is your king.
Getting the bag. God damn it. I almost said bag out of the cat again. Getting the cat out of the bag. Oh my God. Let's just move on. AJ Lee is what I'm trying to get to. Yeah. AJ Lee has returned to the WWE after 10 whole years of being away. Sancho West, what say you to the return of AJ Lee? How do you feel right now that we've had her for 2 episodes? We had her big pop return, no promo, beatdown of Becky Lynch on Friday Night SmackDown, and we just had her promo on Monday Night Raw. Give me some initial thoughts. How's the temperature of the water with you?
I absolutely love CM Punk's reaction to the moment. Like, he just embracing the moment and watching his wife getting, because there's always been that question, right? When a wrestler comes back, will they remember me? Every single wrestler has that moment. If you look at all the documentaries, the WrestleMania 24/7s, will they remember me? And we do remember AJ Lee. I know we got a lot of flack when we were having this discussion about AJ Lee, about her impact. Will it be a pop for the story or pop for her? I think it was a very valid question we asked. It was a very valid discussion. And I think like what we discovered in terms of the pop on SmackDown is that when the WWE matches a return with a solid, engrossed story, you get those boom, roof pop blowing pops that you validate, right? That's what I enjoyed the most out of this entire thing, is that it's a pop that fed a story. It's a pop that fueled a feud that's going to keep pushing it to the next level, so they could, dare I say, they could kind of give it momentum going into WrestleMania. And that is what excites me the most about this entire thing, is that it's not just a returning wrestler. Think about a Nikki Bella, right? Nikki Bella, 2012 wrestler, big name, make a return. Granted, she wasn't absent from the WWE. She was sprinkled in every now and then here in the Rumbles and things of that sort. But still, you could argue that Nikki Bella, someone from the Divas era, is not the same driving force as AJ Lee at this moment, because Nikki Bella doesn't have a big story propelling Nikki Bella forward. Because now look at Nikki Bella. Yes, she's back. She's working. She's doing matches. And we're like, Nikki Bella and Rhea Ripley at WrestlePalooza? What? We don't have that with AJ Lee, because the WWE properly put in the right space a great story to push that forward.
I think that's a really, really great point that you made there. It's really, really, what's the word that I'm looking for? I think it was really satisfying. It was a satisfying moment to have AJ Lee return, because they decided to go with satisfying over shocking, right? Because it was so telegraphed that we were going to have AJ Lee making her return here. I think there were some people that were kind of bummed out about the fact that, they pre-announced it. First of all, they didn't pre-announce it. You just made your own assumptions that it was going to be AJ Lee. And you listen to the dirt sheets. That's a different thing altogether. WWE did not pre-announce the return of AJ Lee, but they pretty much did. So they went with the route of going for a satisfying moment. Obviously, like the big build-up to the AJ Lee music hitting, but we didn't just get AJ Lee going out there and AJ Lee must pose. She went out there. We got the whole crazy girlfriend skip. It's like we were teleported back to 2015. She beat up Becky Lynch, who had been abusing her husband, CM Punk. We got the payoff to the buildup of this particular moment. And those are rare moments. A lot of the times it's just shock return at the Royal Rumble. Oh, they didn't even win the Royal Rumble, but hey, now we can build from here. No, this was not like let's build from here. No, this in itself was a climax within this story, of a story that's going to clearly have multiple climaxes. And the fact that they were able to knock it out of the park on a situation where it was already telegraphed, everybody already knew it, by delivering a satisfying moment and a major inflection point within the story, to me is what made this perfect. It's a rarity that WWE has the opportunity to do these types of situations. Very few names are out there that could generate this much buzz, that can create a moment like this, that can pay off a storyline beat like this. This was a rare thing for WWE, rare air, and I'm glad that we were able to experience it all together, because it felt like a special moment.
And it felt different from, say, like a Brock Lesnar return, because for me, that was a shocking return.
Yes, that's shock.
Was like, that is shock, because it was like, wait a minute, they actually did that? Considering all the other variables, they actually pulled that trigger for an unforced type of thing. And you think of, like, I keep thinking about Mania and the Hardys. That was a shock return, because we were like, they brought back Broken Hardy, right? Like, oh, wait, and now it's Broken Hardy. Are they going to do all these kind of Brother Nero type of things? And they actually gave him the belts at that Mania. But for here, this is a return that is multi-year. Now we've discovered that it's not just a one-off. I'm very excited about that. So leaving that SmackDown, going into Monday Night Raw, we're all anticipating she's on top of the hour. She gets that hour prime spot, and she gives her first promo. And I enjoyed the promo, Santi, and I made a video about this on sanchowest Wrestling, talking about AJ Lee's Monday Night Raw appearance, in that how it was a tale of two sides, right? Remember when Bray came back after that long hiatus, and he was brought back from the company by Triple H, and he cut a promo as himself? Remember? He's like, you never forgot me, right? You never forgot me, and I appreciate that. And it was different. We were like, wait a minute. This is not, swamp type of guy. No, this is not the Fiend. This is not the Firefly type of Bray Wyatt. This is Bray talking to us. And that's how I felt with AJ Lee. It was AJ Lee talking to us, and that's why we got the real vulnerable moment, talking about mental health and therapy. And that, to me, lets me know that this is a different AJ Lee, and that AJ Lee feels comfortable being in a Triple H WWE TKO, to be able to expose herself that way. Because then when Becky Lynch came back, it was like, now I'm AJ Lee, the character. And I'm like, all right, now we're getting into some the potential and the fun that we could have with AJ Lee as a wrestler. Overall, I think the most telling thing about this entire thing is that AJ Lee returning tells me everybody's on the table. Considering that CM Punk and AJ Lee were 1 and 2 together, you can even think of like who else is next that can make a return that seemingly could never make a return. And the first person I thought of, and we'll talk about it more later, is Jon Moxley. Like, if AJ Lee can return, the door's open for Jon Moxley, considering that Jericho might be coming back too. But overall, dope. As someone who didn't experience AJ Lee in her prime, seeing what AJ Lee could do in the ring and the immersion she creates with her quips and her looks and all the thing that she does, her wave and all that kind of stuff, I'm in.
Yeah. You and I interpreted the promo the exact same way, like identical. Like, dude, she's gone for 10 years. I'm glad that we got like a reintroduction, that we got to have our moment of AJ Lee getting to talk to the fans candidly, right? Because had she come out there and immediately been like, let me tell you something, sister, it'll be me, you, and WrestlePalooza, sister. I was like, oh, I haven't seen you for 10 years. Like, let's catch up real quick. And that's what I thought that we were getting there in like those first 10 minutes. It just felt like a candid conversation. Like you said, AJ Lee opening up, being vulnerable. I felt like it was a really great reintroduction to the human side of the performer. And then once Becky Lynch's music hit, snap, we get crazy girlfriend skipping around, her quips, her smiles, her like jumping and skipping in front of Seth Rollins as he's trying to grab the title. Now we're in character mode, AJ Lee. But like that first portion, that was human. That was a, hey, here's where I've been for the past 10 years. Nice to see you again. And then we can jump into, let me tell you something, sister. Then we can jump into the character.
I wonder, though, is AJ Lee, and I brought this up in my video, AJ Lee was the standard back then. Like, or she was the difference. She was the most anomaly.
Outlier. She was the most outlier for sure.
Right, of the WWE Divas era.
Yes.
But now there's like 10 AJ Lees in the WWE. So how can AJ Lee evolve herself and set herself apart from the current roster to let her know that, hey, she is a top tier main event status, because her moveset is going to be dated for now, considering that, and I mentioned this in the video, is that if you look at modern day wrestling, they do her moves basically as basic moves now.
Yeah.
Right. They do it all. So as a new fan or a casual fan coming into who AJ Lee is, I wonder if they're going to evolve her moveset. Is she going to rope in more CM Punk's moves like Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan did? It's a very interesting case because, and I'm not saying that, and I have to only bring up Nikki Bella because that's the only person they brought back in the past. That moveset with coming into with Asuka and things of that sort didn't mesh that well. The chemistry wasn't there.
I agree.
Even the moveset of Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch, gosh, didn't work that well.
I agree. Now, when we say that AJ Lee was the outlier, Nikki Bella was the standard back then.
Yes.
Right. So I actually think it's an unfair comparison to think that it could be something similar to the likes of Nikki Bella, because Nikki Bella was doing the vanilla stuff, the stuff that the only things that they were allowed to do back then, and what the majority of the women's wrestlers at the time were, a huge portion of them were like dancers and models and stuff, as opposed to like straight up like from the ground up professional wrestlers. She was like the standard of what they were doing. AJ Lee was doing different things. You had asked me last week's podcast, was AJ Lee a needle mover? I said at the time back then, no. And I wish I had have explained a little bit more, not because she herself isn't capable of being a needle mover, but because she worked and wrestled in an era where she wasn't allowed to move the needle. Like, it's just as simple as that. Vince wouldn't allow women to move the needle. Like, they were relegated to 2-minute matches. They were relegated to 30-second promos. They were relegated to love storylines. They were relegated to being valets. You can't be a needle mover when there is no barometer to be able to move, So that's really what I was trying to get at when I said that AJ Lee in that time wasn't a needle mover. Nowadays, she is allowed and capable of being a needle mover. Now she can truly be unleashed. Her promo work back in 2014, 2015 was so ahead of its time. I think that she's going to need some time, like, to get the rust off. I mean, it's been 10 years and whatnot, but I feel like a lot of the great promo work that exists in today's wrestling was really built off of the foundation of AJ Lee's great promo work, and kind of like being real in the mid 2010s. Now that she is capable of being a needle mover, I think that we are going to see what AJ Lee truly is capable of, because as much of a fan base as she generated a fan base in the 2010s with a limited ability to generate a fan base. I think that says a lot. A limited ability to showcase what you're capable of. And she still managed to be so popular that 10 years later, people were still clamoring for her. I'm really excited to see what the anomaly in 2015 looks like as a standard in 2025. Because that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because she could be a standard in 2025, because standard in women's wrestling right now is very good and very high. But she has that, what the kids say, aura, right? That established fan base that now she brings to the standard of 2025 women's professional wrestling. She is now going to be allowed and capable to move the needle, something she was never able to do.
It kind of reminds me of, like, this is what makes wrestling so magical, that we could have these conversations, because if you look at age and athleticism, things like that, you can't do this in sports. You just cannot, right? Imagine if you had a time machine and you pulled David Robinson was a San Antonio Spurs legend, the Admiral,
Mhm.
and who's someone who was lean, athletic center, who could dive in, could play a mid-range, he could do dunks, and he was just a freak of nature. If you plucked him out and put him in today's era, right, it's a fun conversation to have. Will he have the same success, or will he have the same dominating impact that he would because of his athleticism? But the game's changed. The NBA has changed. There's more big athletic guys that could work on the outside. They could shoot threes. The inside is no longer is all packed in, things of that sort. Like, there's a change of the game. And when I asked this question, and it's the whole purpose of my video, was just to create a discussion, right? Is the game of AJ Lee put in today's modern day wrestling? Could it work? And I think you answer that it's because it's allowed to work. And when Triple H, when he in the video, and I mentioned this in a video as well, when he shook AJ Lee's hand, he said, "Thank you for trusting us." Right? There's a big conversation because you have to remember, when CM Punk was in AEW, I'm sure Tony Khan was asking about AJ Lee. Is there any way I could get AJ Lee to sign to get back
100%, 100%, yeah.
And Tony Khan had the money to throw anything at AJ Lee to get her to do it, because AJ Lee is a big draw for a women's division. If Tony Khan got her, then you would get so many people interested into women's wrestling at AEW. So my question for you is, does AJ Lee being part of the WWE division entice Mercedes Moné to come back, or other top wrestling talent who were her favorite back in the day?
Sure.
Your wrestling's favorite wrestler.
Yeah. Let's not forget Motor City Machine Guns came up with that. Your favorite tag team's favorite tag team. I just want to make sure that Raging Piss gets their time in the sun. All right.
Sure.
They came up with that.
They need it.
In terms of,
they need your push on.
Of course, they need the Santi rub.
They need your flowers.
Could this entice the Mercedes Monets of the world to come back? Could, Toni Storm used to be in WWE. She didn't have a particularly great experience there. Funny enough, I think it's more important how Jade Cargill does than AJ Lee to entice AEW talent to come back to the WWE. Like, to see like how do they treat the star power that I generated elsewhere in the WWE? Because AJ Lee didn't need to go do that. She didn't generate star power elsewhere. All her star power, all of her fame comes from the WWE and her work and her affiliation with CM Punk. A Mercedes Moné doesn't have that. She does, actually, from her fame in WWE. A Toni Storm doesn't have that.
No. You're misinterpreting my question.
Okay.
My question is, having AJ Lee in the WWE, would people want to work with her from all promotions?
Okay, that's a bit more clear.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not in the head of Mercedes Moné, but like, Mercedes Moné specifically seems like somebody that wants to leave a footprint in the industry. And now you've unlocked a new Smash Bros character. I still remember to this day having played Smash Bros for like 200 hours, Smash Bros Melee. And after like 200 hours of playtime, all of a sudden a new character appears. I'm like, what the hell? And it's Mewtwo. I'm like, I didn't know you could unlock Mewtwo. There was no guides or anything back then, or no internet forums that I was following. That in itself, I was like, ooh, now I want to go play as Pikachu to play against Mewtwo. I want to take all of the characters that I've learned to play against Mewtwo and play, because now a new character that I didn't think was available to me to have matches against is now there. And I'm thinking of maybe that's the same mentality, like a Mercedes Moné, a Toni Storm. Ooh, an AJ Lee, somebody that is a new character that has been unlocked in the WWE that I never thought was available for me to have matches with, is now available for me to have matches with. And to have a match with AJ Lee, if you're a Toni Storm or a Mercedes Moné, like, that helps build legacy, right? Those needle movers, right? In an era where you're allowed to move the needle. So yeah, like, why not, right? Like, you want to, if you're, in AEW, you want to face the best. If you want to cement a legacy, AJ Lee surely has to be in that list of people you want to have a match against.
That's going to be wild. I think when contracts are up, a lot of questions need to be asked, because money is money. I understand. People take money for various reasons, for their family, for generational wealth, things of that sort. But legacy is different, dude. Legacy is priceless. to have a match on the table for the AJ Lee, someone that you've looked up for your entire life. Maybe you became a wrestler because of AJ Lee, and who looks great in health and could go who knows how long. I mean, based on the way she trains, I think like she could have some solid matches in her belt. It's not going to be like she's going to be one and done, but I think when Mercedes Moné's contract's up, you got to ask that question.
Yeah, and when it comes to the question of money and contracts, because I saw a lot of people trying to clown on Blake Monroe for taking less money and going to work in NXT as opposed to taking the bigger money and being a main eventer in AEW. People think that that's so weird. Listen, I myself have taken pay cuts to go to a different company to have a position with a higher ceiling where I can work and have a longer, bigger runway to do bigger things down the line. WWE will always be the place where you can do the bigger things. It just is. Even with pay cuts, even if you come into the WWE and take less money than what's being offered in AEW, the potential that you can accomplish in the WWE in terms of friggin' TV roles, movie roles, becoming mainstream is just so much higher in WWE than it is in AEW. And that goes alongside with legacy as well. So if I'm a Mercedes Moné, would that entice me? Surely, I'm thinking about it. Surely.
You know what's interesting is it's hard to teach people anything about a new brand. Do you know how there's people out there that still don't know that Twitch exists and they don't understand the concept of streaming? Like how I have to explain myself what a streamer does and this new thing. Do you know how difficult it is to probably tell someone, oh, there's a new wrestling promotion called AEW? And they go, what's that? It's like WCW. It's on TBS and TNT. Really? Who's in it? And then, right, there's just a whole new thing. You know instantly what WWE is. You don't have to really explain it that much because it's been around for such a long time. So I'm just hoping to see that maybe it'd be like, again, Xbox and PlayStation, they put their game controllers down and now they're letting their multiplayer forms and things of that sort. Helldivers is now on
Xbox. Lost. Xbox just lost and now they're conceding. That isn't working together.
I'm simply saying, brother, that maybe one day we can get AJ Lee and Mercedes Moné in a WWE, AEW. We love tossing that little segment together. How much water is in there?
That's like a gallon jug. I just chugged a gallon.
Do you drink it a day?
I drink really like 4 a day.
Do you wash it every day?
No. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever, man. Whatever.
What's left right now? What's left right now in the returns?
Mercedes for sure. Mox, Chris Jericho. We already got the Adam Copeland return to WWE, so
Adam Cole. I know he might retire based on his last.
Adam Cole's is different because I almost like don't consider him having ever been part of WWE proper because he only touched NXT.
Okay.
So if he came to WWE, like in my head, that's like a debut. It's not technically like from a business perspective, it's not, but like in my head, it is. Tony Storm returning to the WWE would be insane. Swerve.
As timeless.
It has to be as timeless. Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana.
Anyone from TNA? I mean, they already did they're teasing the Hardys, but it's not that's what I mean. Like the more you're like TNA already feels like WWE surrogate. So it's like you're already kind of in that TNA. No. What about AJ Francis, baby?
Yeah, I think that's inevitable.
AJ Francis put a down payment on somebody on the main roster. I don't think enough people in this world know about the down payment chokeslam.
It's the best chokeslam in the game. It's incredible.
It is. And I'm not just saying that because AJ Francis watches us closely. I would never take that move ever.
So AJ ever. Sancho in private said you're a little bitch.
No, AJ. Never, dude. I am a frail man. What about Karrion Kross?
That's so new, so recent.
I know, but it would still be a return that's on.
It's not to the level of some of the people we've talked about.
You mean like a Braun Strowman?
No, no, that's bigger than Braun Strowman, but it's not like Moxley level. It's not Monet level.
When LA Knight was like LeBron James, Bronny James, I was waiting for it. Braun Strowman. No. I was waiting for it. Okay, so I'm trying to think of anybody else. Like, I guess Sting, but Sting's retired. Sting, I think Sting's return was so muddied, and I hate it. I hate it when we watched it on Match Club. I still hate it because that was Bloodline rules-esque.
Yeah,
that's the first indication of inkling of Bloodline rules from the Triple H era.
He's talking about WrestleMania 31, the Mania 31 match.
Yeah, when they had NWO come out to save Sting,
which makes no sense. Which literally makes no sense. It'd be like fucking Joker coming out to help Batman simply because Lex Luthor is beating up Batman.
It would be like Rita and Lord Zed helping out the Power Rangers, brother.
Yeah, and it just made no sense. Anyways,
make it make sense.
Mark it makes sense.
We got Brock Lesnar already back. I mean, we have Rusev already back. And there's not that many left, dude. If you really think about it,
there's not that many left.
I mean, there would be like the Kenny Omegas, that'd be different, right? But there's not that many left. Hey, let's talk about AJ Styles real quick.
Sure.
That's a departure that's coming down the road. You see it? The exit for AJ Styles. He just resigned, and he posted a little picture of a hourglass ticking away with the phenomenal logo slipping through time. And then he cut that promo. So what do you think about Mr. AJ Styles?
I'm going to shoot for the fences. Like, shoot for the fences for this. As in, we're going towards WrestleMania with this. I think this is a work program that leads to the purchase of TNA. AJ Styles returning to TNA. He's disgruntled. I'm here to get my buddies back because they took all my friends away. And this is the major storyline, the catalyst that leads to the purchase of TNA that gets announced at WrestleMania like they announced AAA. I'm swinging for the fences with that storyline.
Wow. Bold.
It's bold, but do you see it?
Good.
Do you see it?
Right?
Do you see what I'm trying to say here, Sancho? Do you see it?
Can you imagine if Karrion was still a part of it because he told AJ Styles, you need to defend pro wrestling from the Logan Pauls. You remember that?
I do remember that.
Alan, you need to take it, Alan. Do it, Alan.
I can't do this all show.
That doesn't. You remember? It was there.
I remember.
There. So if AJ Styles is there to save pro wrestling with TNA, I think that'd be quite interesting, and I like that a lot because poor AJ Styles. Remember when we had Emo Styles when he was sulking in the locker room, and then the Good Brothers and Michin came up to him, "What's going on, AJ?" And he's like, "Rah!" And he slapped one of the Good Brothers around. You know, and he did one of those things. I feel it's interesting for AJ. I think all roads do lead to TNA, and I feel like it makes the most sense. And I feel like the WWE now is on a circle kick. You know, we had the 10-year Sami Zayn, John Cena match. They're on that. They're into. I thought they let John Cena retire in Boston. You don't have enough money, Boston. They let that happen. So it would be cool for AJ to go back to TNA and lead the charge. But do you see that the power difference of a move in wrestling that's supported by a story? Imagine if AAA was supported the purchase by a story. Like Dominic Mysterio was out there and he was kind of leading the charge to purchase AAA. Even the same thing of Shane McMahon being the owner of WCW is a story-based move. I'm wanting more of these type of wrestling moves that are supported by a story, because them just dropping AAA, it was cool. And I think it only worked because that Worlds Collide, that first one was a banger. But imagine if it had a little bit of story to it that we give it some more legs going forward.
Yeah, and maybe they do that here with the purchase of TNA off the back, or off the back of an AJ Styles defection angle. That'd be sick. That'd be sick, dude. I like it. Picasso, do it. Book it, Vince. WrestlePalooza, the card is building up. How you feeling so far about WrestlePalooza? I'm a little nervous specifically about the women's match. What's going on there with Stephanie Vaquer not appearing on TV seemingly for like 6 weeks now? But aside from that, it's building up to be a pretty solid big card. What else do you want to see get added to WrestlePalooza? What do you think it's missing here?
Let's see. Well, let's name the matches that we have right now. We have Brock versus John.
Yep.
We have the mixed tag team of of Rollins, CM Punk, Becky, AJ.
Yep.
We have Stephanie and Io, which is, like you mentioned, up in the air.
Yep. And the Usos versus Braun and Braun.
And by the way, Jey Uso has been banned from the Glaze Factory. If you see Jey Uso, if you see this face of Jey Uso, and it's a bummer that Jimmy has the same face as Jey Uso because they're both banned from the Glaze Factory.
Oh,
you cannot get Glaze from here because how dare you, sir, hurt LA Knight? How dare you spear LA Knight when he saved your ass and both of your asses, 4 of your cheeks, 4 cheeks saved. You know what I mean? That's what happened. That's what happened. And LA Knight went out there for the sacrifice because we would have had a tsunami watch in Milwaukee.
Does LA Knight get on WrestlePalooza, or is he just out there in the cuck chair watching the Usos and the Brawns have their match? He's just sitting in the corner.
AI image.
He's just sitting in the corner of the hotel.
Image. LA Knight sitting
in a chair in the corner of a hotel room.
Jesus, just that alone. It is a travesty. It is a travesty. But does LA Knight end up on the card? No, because
it's LA Knight and he gets the shaft all the time. That's just the truth. Do we get a world title match here? Like, do we get Cody?
You have to have Cody.
I agree.
I thought you would have Cody and McIntyre, right? Like that's seemingly the same thing. Because remember when he's like, well, Cody, let me see the injury report. He's a bitch. Like they have that there. So well, you have to have Cody Rhodes. He's your biggest names, and this is the thing. The biggest names, unless you don't want Cody to like, you got to have Cody. John Cena and Brock are closing, period. That's the main event. So who's going to open? And Roman's out filming as Akuma. So you could have Cody Rhodes and Drew be the opener. That'd be a banger opener, right?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, I think you need a men's world championship match happening.
I think, yeah, you got to have Dom. I think you have Dom there again. I think you could revisit Dom and AJ Styles again here. And Dom comes out with the 2 belts. The Mega Campeon, and then you could start the Finn Balor thing because that's where you would have Finn Balor. Remember, Finn Balor's like, "What's up, man? What are you dealing with Grande Americano?" And who, my friend, has a correlation with Finn Balor from his
AJ Styles.
There you go.
He's been by himself. They took away all my friends, and he did put up the Bullet Club logo. So, a little too sweet. Perhaps. I do like that.
The tag team titles.
Mayhaps against who? They've not been feuding with anybody. But I just like right off the rip, I like the fact that we are 2 weeks away from WrestlePalooza and there's actually 4 matches. You know, like we have, we're not a week away and it's like, fuck, put this in there. Yeah, Wyatt 6th Street Profits, sure, the night before, go for it. I hope this ends up being like a 7-8 match card. I hope that they go deep in the paint with even adding maybe like a Damian Priest and Aleister Black in a street fight or something.
You want Wepa time at WrestlePalooza?
A little bit of Wepa time.
Wepa-palooza?
You know what somebody said in my chat that like, and it got me really nervous because they sent me a super chat saying that the reason Stephanie Vaquer wasn't on Monday Night Raw was allegedly because she tested positive in a random drug test for Wepa.
Oh.
Crazy.
I hate you.
Wepa.
Let's look at it. If WrestlePalooza, let the adult talk here for a second, okay? Little boy. If WrestlePalooza,
I don't like the way you call me little boy.
WrestlePalooza,
little boy.
I watched this movie called Long Legs. You ever seen that movie?
I have, dude. That's such a weird movie. Yes.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Mommy. Nicolas Cage, dude.
Nicolas Cage,
be a great pro wrestler, dude. He would have been a phenomenal pro wrestler, man. Long Legs is
it's a spooky movie for sure.
Yeah, because what I did was I was like, what movies are like weapons? And that one came up. I was like, oh, okay. If WrestlePalooza is supposed to be like, hey, here are our best and shining stars, then obviously I think every title should be considered to be on the card. Hey, dare I say, even a AAA, even some TNA. If WrestlePalooza to me sounds like a mismatch of everything that we have and what we have to offer, put a NXT as well. Like, just put everything you can on there because then it says to an ESPN audience, like, oh my God, they have TNA. This is cool. This Joe Henry guy is pretty cool. Oh, they have NXT. This is kind of cool. This is on this show. I want to watch Ricky Saints type of thing. Ricky Saints and Obafemi type of thing, right? They could have those matches there on the card. And I think a AAA would be awesome to have for as well, because then it kind of promotes this idea of a world that they have in ESPN and WWE, and it sets up for future Worlds Collide and things of that sort.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Worlds Collide would be so fire if it's WWE, AAA, and TNA. That
should be the standard. Yeah. That'd be awesome. So they got to have I do think they got to have the White Six. That has to be at WrestlePalooza.
Okay.
I need that. I need White Six. I think you could maybe have Obafemi if you want to.
How about you mentioned Wyatt Six. Could we see another big SmackDown tag team match? Ooh, not necessarily like TLC, but a car wreck of sorts.
That'd be nice. A ladder match. That'd be clean.
Like a showcase of like, hey, this is our most solid division. Here it is, ESPN.
Yeah. I like that idea. And then definitely maybe bring in who's gonna say, you got to have Tiffany Stratton. I think Tiffany Stratton, who's been off TV, feels like forever. I know she does segments, things like that, but I think giving some fuel, some gusto to Tiffany Stratton is needed.
Okay.
Jade Cargill has to be at WrestlePalooza.
I mean, they're having a match here upcoming on Monday, on Friday Night SmackDown for the women's title, 2 weeks out from WrestlePalooza. I
thought Randy and Drew would be at WrestlePalooza when they announced it on SmackDown. I was like, what?
Yeah. You said Cody and Drew. What about triple threat? Cody, Drew, and Randy.
Oh.
That way you get as like big name, like an extra big name on the WrestlePalooza card.
People love triple threats.
They do.
When people ask me every year, who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl? I'm like, oh, I want the Dallas Cowboys to come in and cash in on their contract to make it a triple threat.
By God, is that Jerry Jones? By God.
It's Jerry. That's so bit. Jerry is here. Here comes Dak. Yeah, here we go.
Oh man, you're delusional. Never gonna happen in your lifetime.
This is all I have. Do you know when the last time we won a playoff game? God knows when. Okay. The last time we were in the Super Bowl was in 96. Okay.
That's tough. That's tough, man.
I became a man in that time, Santi. I have 2 children now, Santi.
You bore your seed. It has grown in the time.
And that time we had Roman Reigns to hold on to the WWE Championship for 3 years. Do you understand? You understand how much time has passed?
Like I said, man, the entirety of Bruce Willis's career happened in the time that the Cowboys haven't been to the Super Bowl, basically. Hasn't happened a lot, but you know what happens a lot? The Vision. Every damn episode of Monday Night Raw starts and ends with the Vision.
You say the Vision?
The Vision. The Vision. Starting and ending every single episode of Monday Night Raw in some way, shape, or form the exact same way. I will say at least this episode of Monday Night Raw ended with a little bit of extra zest, a little bit of extra gusto with Jey Uso. I know he's banned from the Glaze Factory. Jey Uso taking out LA Knight over a very clear miscommunication and accident. So I'm with you, LA Knight. That was rude what he did to LA Knight, spearing him in what was weirdly like his best spear ever. It was.
But you look about it, it's like I was telling my watch party, I was like, okay, dodging a Bronson splash does not equate a finish or spear. Like it is not the same reaction. It's not justified. But I do like what they did with Jimmy and Jay, where Jimmy was like, dude, you're turning into Roman.
Okay, I'd like to talk about that real quick. Because people are like, oh man, it's so great to have the Usos back. What a great Usos promo. No, that was a great Jimmy Uso promo. And Jey Uso just signed his name onto the project and handed it in to the teacher and tried to take full credit for it by just ending the promo with like, yeah, 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet. And Jimmy did all the work. Jimmy cut a fantastic promo. But you know what? I think this is a really strong pairing together right now, especially with the story that they want to tell. Because Jimmy Uso has proven to the world that he is leagues infinitely better at cutting promos and a much better wordsmith storyteller than Jey Uso. Jey Uso is really good with like emotional storytelling, his facial expressions, making you believe that he is angry, sad, in pain. He's really good at that, but he's really bad at stringing sentences together. Like he genuinely struggles with that. So having Jimmy alongside for this journey, this transformation of Jey Uso, is really valuable because now Jimmy can tell the story with words while not having the crowd fucking interrupt every 3 seconds with yeet. Jimmy's promos can tell the story of Jey in a way where the crowd doesn't hijack Jey's promos. How many times have we seen Jey be like, yo guys, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to say something serious. You know, my brother's in the hospital and everyone goes, yeet. Jimmy can step in, tell the story through words without the crowd hijacking it and taking it towards this party that it isn't intended to be, which is a yeet party. And
you know, once a yeet party starts, it doesn't stop.
That's what Diddy said.
No! Why do you ruin everything? You ruin everything. Your brain rot is so strong in your brain. You understand? It's like that scene in Family Guy where the brain is sitting there with reading books. You don't have that. It is chaos in that brain. It is just a cesspool.
Chaos is a ladder. That's my brain right now, man. I see an opportunity for, dude, I don't even go for home runs anymore with my humor or my brain rot. I'm just taking bunts. No, man, I'm just taking the walk. I take the walk at this point. Anyways, what were you saying?
I don't know what I was. The yeet party. WrestlePalooza is going to have those two, and I think it's a great match. I'm still bummed it's not LA Knight and Jey Uso. Team Yeet is something there, but I think where you're leaning on is that Team Yeet doesn't have a story. They don't have it. They're just the Yeet, their moments and their back and forth. Sure, they're surface level type of thing, but they added a beef between Jey and LA Knight. And Jimmy called it. He's like, I know you're beefing with LA Knight, but we need to put that aside. I don't know where they're going for this. I don't know if it is a Jey Uso heel turn. It is a Jey Uso WTF. They're like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I thought we were on the same team type of vibe. But remember, all this is stemming from a seed planted from Roman Reigns. What did Roman tell him?
Yeah, like, look out for yourself.
Don't trust anybody. And Jimmy, who's his twin, is he his older brother or younger brother? Older brother. Twin.
No, I don't know.
Twins, but
yeah,
one of them's older brher. They don't come out at the same time.
I like to believe they came out. They came out like this, same time.
It's not possible. The person would be dead. Okay, do you understand? This is not possible. It's a one-way, one.
They just came out like "wepa" at the same time.
That's not how it works, Santi Adam. Do I have to explain the birds of the bees to you, Santi? Little boy. Little boy. But truthfully, Jimmy is going to be someone that I'm hoping they could stick around. And I hope they do put them together for a long time, because you said it, the emotion and the ride of family and Jey and Roman, that is the nucleus of the bloodline, and that is what the catalyst that started everything. But without Jimmy, Jey, and Roman, I don't think you get anything out of this possible heel turn from Jey. You need Roman at some point to come back to
maybe
the cherry on top.
Maybe this is a Spider-Man in the symbiote suit. Maybe this is Spider-Man 3. Maybe we're getting Bully Maguire as Jey Uso instead of yeeting. He's out here. It's pizza time.
I hate you. Maybe, but like you can't have another I'm going to be a tribal chief solo Sakoa.
It's Yitza time.
Why is the brain rot so good?
Oh man, I'm serving fresh brain rot.
That's a good one. That's a good
Properly
one.
farmed, free range brain rot. It's eat time.
No, you gotta do this. There you go.
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Oh yeah, I said like maybe this could be a Spider-Man symbiote suit where he starts to like the idea of being the forbidden fruit of being a lone wolf, not trusting anybody, but it requires a Miles Morales. This is, by the way, the Spider-Man 2 storyline of the video game, and that being either maybe an LA Knight or a Jimmy Uso.
So many things. You spoil so many things.
He was dead in the Sixth Sense the whole time, buddy. The Titanic sinks, by the way.
Spoiling everything now.
Maybe it's the moment, the big climax here is the come to light, the come to Jesus moment of maybe it takes Roman Reigns to be like, oh, well, that's not what I meant, brother. What are you doing? Took it a little bit too far.
Whoa. What do you do? It only works if Jey gets what he wants, becomes a heavyweight champion. Or what? You think they're going to do this? Jey becomes champion again because he said he wants his heavyweight title back. But it cost him. What did it cost him, Santi? What did it cost you? Everything. Yeet. So if they do that,
so are you thinking he's gonna throw Jimmy off the side of the cliff like
Gamora?
Yeah, like Thanos just takes out Gamora. You think that Jimmy Uso's gonna go out there? Hey, I'm Gamora. I'm out here Gamoraing. Is that the storyline here?
Yeah, and then Jey realizes at the end of the day, he doesn't need the title. He just needs family. And then they, I see you again.
Facts. I mean, I'm interested.
What a crazy thing that they did in the Fast and the Furious. Took his brother as a body double to continue the movie. What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the timelines, but like I think it was crazier with the Philip Seymour Hoffman. He died, and he was like a pretty big character in one of the Hunger Game movies, right? He was.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was the case. And by the time the third movie came in, because they split the third movie into two, he had already passed away by the second one, and like the entire role of Philip Seymour Hoffman in Mockingjay Part 2 is like CGI.
Oh, really?
It's crazy, man. Dude, what they can do. Dude, there's going to be a point where we won't even need to do this. We'll just tell Chat GPT, hey, Santi, Sancho, Wrestling is Cool podcast. This episode be like 25% brain rotted. Talk about these topics. Boom. That's what's going to happen. Every 10 minutes, Chat GPT will have me going, it's going to be Bloodline rules.
Do you think that WWE will explore CGI for storytelling?
CGI? I hope not. They kind of did AI, which in itself is a little bit CGI, with El Grande Americano, which, by the way, right. Oh my God, what a terrible theme change. That's the worst theme change of all time. I genuinely think, man, I'm exaggerating. It's a terrible, awful theme change. I hate Death Rebel so much.
I thought Ludwig Kaiser, that wasn't Ludwig Kaiser because he wasn't tan anymore and oiled up. I thought it was somebody else for like a hot second. I was like, who is this person? It's so pale.
Dude, they should have given that theme to the like mini Grande Americanos. But like, listen, the reason why this theme doesn't work, first of all, it's a bunch of ole, ole, ole. That's from Spain. That's not Mexico. The theme sounds generic. It just sounds like the theme song of Los Matadores. The original theme was so good. What is that song that's playing? Because I know it's like an
Yankee
American
Doodle,
song.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, that's like an American staple, right?
It's it's like it is.
But then you add like the mariachi music to it, and then you add like the old crinkly sound of the 60s. Like that is a perfect blend of Americana and Mexicana to make El Grande Americano. But then this thing that they come up with, ole, 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 lifeless, soulless, stupid, awful, terrible. Okay. Anyways, John Cena and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn got booed out the building, brother. Got booed out the damn building. I want to get your opinion on that. Is this a barometer of the feeling towards Sami Zayn? Like, are we going to see other places boo Sami Zayn? Like, did Chicago set the pace? Or did you feel this was simply because he was out there with John Cena? Is there frustration? Chicago is notoriously counterculture to what a lot of fans think, but they also are trendsetters in terms of how people in other crowds start to feel about other people. Did they set the trend to boo Sami Zayn moving forward? Curious on your thoughts on this.
That's a very interesting point. I didn't think about that. I just thought that it was just anybody that's not John Cena talking. Like, it could have been CM Punk out there. No, well, it was Chicago. But the point I was trying to make is anybody that was not John Cena in that moment.
You think they would have booed Randy? You think they would have booed Drew McIntyre? Let me talk heels. You think they would have booed Drew McIntyre the way that they did? I don't think you do.
Points.
I don't think that you think. Yeah.
Now you're making me second guess Sami Zayn here. I mean, Sami Zayn, who was just doing the nice thing. It reminds me of the time when I was playing Among Us and I hit the button for meeting and I said something nice to somebody and they all booted me out. Even though I was a crewmate. Exactly. That's what Sami was doing, right? There was a feel-good moment. John Cena's the last time on SmackDown, last time in Chicago. And he, Sami's like, hey guys, I've just hit the button and I just want to let everyone know I love you guys. You guys are amazing. John Cena's great. And I want to come out here and thank him personally. Everyone's like, boo! Boo! And I'm out here to give John Cena an opportunity. That's all he was saying. And it was so bad to the point where John Cena was like, he had to step in like, all right, guys, calm down.
Okay, let me throw out names. All right. So Randy Orton, booed to that degree. Drew McIntyre, talking heel here, booed to that degree. The Miz. Jacob Fatu.
See, what you're saying is people don't want to see Sami Zayn. That's what you're saying, because I would love to see Miz versus John. I would have been cheering to get excited and then boo properly because it's the Miz as a heel. Versus, I don't want to hear what you're saying. Boo, go away. That's what you're trying to pay. That's what you're trying to say.
That's right? What I thought that was happening there. That's the way I interpreted it. Because there are some people saying, "Oh, anybody that would have gone out there would have gotten booed with John Cena." I don't think so. I started racking my brain around some of these names, and I just genuinely don't think so. Kevin Owens, had it been Kevin Owens, would he have gotten booed that way? I don't think so. I don't think so. The way Sami was getting booed there, he was getting booed with every word, and even though all the words he was saying was nice, to me that's indicative of go away. Again, Chicago is counterculture, but they're also trendsetters with how a lot of people start to feel about wrestlers. I don't want to say that, okay, this is how people are going to feel about Sami Zayn. I just think it's interesting. It's an interesting thought experiment.
But dude, Sami Zayn is one of Chicago's boys, right? Like, he's wrestled there so many times and they absolutely revered and loved him. Sure. He's an indie guy.
Sure.
He's one of their own type of vibe, right? These Chicago and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they all go way back, but it was a good match.
Very good.
I loved it.
I love the match.
This brings up my next little thing I have here, folks. For those of you who don't know, the WWE put out a list of the most indestructible superstars. And we're going to go ahead and break down that list of indestructible superstars. Let me go ahead and find it for you. I bookmarked it. Here you go, Santi. And because, dude, Sami Zayn took, 15 finishers, took so many AAs, took an ankle lock, took an ankle slam, took an edge spear, took a pop-up power bomb.
Wait, hang on. No. According to Michael Cole,
but wait,
that was not an edge spear. That was, of course, referencing the great rivalry that he had with the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. Of course, Corey Graves, I'd be like, or another Canadian.
Sami Zayn should be on this list, considering all his finishers he took from Super Cena. That was Super Cena versus Sammy Hogan, and none of them was relenting. It was wild. After that Haluva kid, I was like, we're in uncharted territory here because Haluva kid usually is an ender of all enders. Anyway,
what's the list look like?
Here we go. Don't laugh when I say this name at number 10. Solo Sakoa.
What the fuck? That's awful. All right.
Number 9, Mankind.
Valid. Thought it'd be higher.
Number 8, Jacob Fatu.
Mankind over Jacob Fatu.
Number 7, Ultimate Warrior.
That's a good one.
Mankind. Yeah, but Mankind over Warrior.
I would put Mankind over Warrior, but I think I would put Warrior on that list.
Okay. Number 6, the Hulkster.
Yeah. Probably number 1.
Number 5, Kane.
Hogan over and Mankind over Kane.
Number 4, The Fiend. They said The Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
It's just wrong. It's literally just wrong. He should have been booked that way, but he wasn't.
On paper, The Fiend is indestructible.
I agree.
But not in ring.
Yeah.
Number 3, who would you think would be over The Fiend at number 3?
Did they do the sick, twisted, disgusting thing and put Goldberg right ahead of The Fiend? Disgusting. That dude, somebody's trolling. Somebody's trolling.
Number 2, Brock Lesnar.
Fair, sure. I'd probably put him there.
And number 1, if you had to guess, the most indestructible
Cena.
WWE.
No? It's not Cena at number 1?
Final answer?
Yes.
It's The Undertaker, you idiot.
That makes sense. Who should the number 1 answer
the
there
dead
should
man, you idiot, the dead man.
I suppose.
Undertaker, the guy who rises from the grave, the guy that gets buried alive and comes back. And who do you pick? Rudy Pebble wearing, sock matching, multiple bright color looking John Cena?
His slogan is literally never give up. You'd think he'd be in the list of indestructible.
Never die. I'm undead.
Sir, at first you have my curiosity, and now you have my attention. You are correct here. I do declare. I guess, yeah, Taker number 1, I think makes sense. I think number 2 there is Hogan. Wouldn't you think Hogan would probably be the second most indestructible?
I'll put Brock at 3. I'd put Kane at 4.
I don't know, man. Mankind went through literal attempted murders. He's like, I'm good. Let's do it again. Do it worse.
Okay, I put Kane at 5, and then Mankind at 4, and then I put Fiend like down at the bottom, and I put Solo off the list.
Yeah.
I'll put Jacob at 10, and I would have added who would I would have added from this list? Sheamus definitely being up there. I mean, the dude tanks a lot. Who else would you put on this list that didn't make it?
Sami Zayn. We were just not.
If I was on a bender, Santi, I would be playing that song 24/7.
Oh, that's good.
At max volume with like blown out bass.
I like it. It'll be interesting. We'll see in the next couple of weeks what the crowd reaction will be towards Sami Zayn. It might be nothing. It might be something.
Well, he has to do open challenges. I mean, that's what he's doing now, right? He said he's restarting it, and he's going to do that.
Do you know what's funny? The open challenge is a great way to get him booed, especially if people that, like the Carmelo Hayeses of the world, the people that, the types of people that answered Cena's call, like the Cesaros of the world, the Sami Zayns of the world, if they're not careful, if they pick the people that fans want to see succeed, it'll just lead to Sami getting booed. They just, I feel like they have something to have to work out with in deal here. It might be nothing. It might be something.
Is this a way to get the belt off of Sami though? Like without a story, like without like a hardcore deep dive, baby steps, long-winded, logical, just have somebody come off. It could be an NXT roster that could come in and take the belt off of Sami.
Very possible. Like, I'm trying to remember John Cena's U.S. Championship Open Challenge. I think he literally lost it to somebody who returned. I think it was Alberto Del Rio. They did the like just return. Like, let's look up John Cena's.
I got you.
Okay.
I'm looking.
I can't remember if he lost it to Seth Rollins at SummerSlam or if he lost it to Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto.
Because there was that time when Alberto came back after a hiatus with Zeb Coulter as his manager.
Right. John Cena. I like how Cage Match has John Cena Sr. listed as well. Matches. Let's see. When did he lose his belt?
I just looked it up.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so he did lose it to Alberto Del Rio, a returning Alberto Del Rio. Listen to some of the names here, right? Okay.
Sure.
The first one answered by Dean Ambrose. That's a big one.
Wait.
That one. The next one answered by technically Cody Rhodes, Stardust. It's kind of insane. Next one, Bad News Barrett. Then Kane. This is where it gets like crazy. Sami Zayn, followed by Neville, followed by Zack Ryder, followed by Cesaro, followed by Rusev, followed by Seth Rollins. That's a crazy stretch of big names there. Then we get to the New Day. Morning Woods, Big E, Dolph Ziggler, and then loses it to Alberto Del Rio.
All right. Here's my prediction.
Do you see any growth? Do you see any growth in Morning Woods?
Yes.
You think it's going to grow a lot? Like Morning Wood? See the joke here, Sancho.
Allow me to break down my little.
Let me mansplain the joke of Morning Woods to you, sir.
I like when AJ Lee said that.
I like that.
But yeah. I here's my prediction. Matt Cardona.
That'd be crazy.
Matt Cardona, because it's the only way you could bring him back without any story, and he comes back and he wins, and therefore you get another United States title reign with the insufferable Matt Cardona and the insufferable Chelsea.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Right?
That'd be great. I love it. I love it.
We need stars on SmackDown, brother. I don't know if you heard of this trade. It was LA Knight going to Raw, and then everybody else seemed to follow because that's the LA Knight thing, dude. He's the Pied Piper. You need a bigger star in your story. You need a bigger star in your show. Bring in LA Knight because sure, oh boy, someone else is going to come take his thunder. And you have nobody on SmackDown right now who's going to be the main event star because Cody's not around. Randy's not around all the time. And Drew, he's around every now and then. So why not make it a show that once it's like, oh, Matt Cardona's back in WWE. Let's check him out. Type of vibe. Why not? Let's bring in AAA guys. Let's bring in as much people as possible. Let's be experimental. Because when the stars do show up and you've already had someone that's like doing some great things and bring in the megastars, it creates a fire SmackDown, which is what we got last Friday with AJ Lee.
I agree. And it'd be cool. Like, we have Ethan Page. Here's how because they introduced Sami Zayn from NXT in this way, right? Maybe this is how we introduce somebody from NXT onto the main roster in a cool way with the Sami Zayn US Open Challenge. So the Open Challenge.
Tony D'Angelo.
Sure. Why not? The Open Challenge methodology is so conducive of easy, simple pops and cool shock and awe moments. But I think you're right. I think it also leads to losing the title in a non-storyline way. I do think that that's where it's ultimately going to go. I don't think that's necessarily bad, especially considering, when I listed off, actually, John Cena's U.S. Championship run ended in a bit of a whimper there with Alberto Del Rio. But what we got here as a result was months of awesome matches that are still talked about to this day.
Well, that's not going to support Sammy Hogan, though, in terms of the shaking that off, because he's going to win most of them.
That's true.
Dare I say almost all of them. Unless who answers the call?
Kevin Owens.
Jacob Fott.
Oh, Jacob Fatu. That's a good one, too.
I have a question. This
Yes.
is my segment here that I like to call "What's Going On." Oh, what's going on? What's going on with Solo Sakoa and the MFTs? What's up with that? Clearly, now that we figured it out, because I love seeing the end of the like when WWE booking, like we started with AAA says it's all about the GPS, and now we saw the GPS of Sami Zayn being the United States title holder was for that John Cena moment. So what's going on with Solo and the MFTs? They got sacrificed for a moment on SmackDown.
I mean, what's going on is a burial. You know, I like. Can you take MFT seriously when they return? Like genuinely, like are they a threat to anything or anybody based on how they've been booked? Like, if you want me to take them seriously as a threat, as a as a top mid card, low main event level threat on the main roster, you need to treat them as such. And in this feud with Sami Zayn, it was like 4 straight weeks of them just getting clowned. And I thought, oh, it's for the dastardly heels to find a way to weasel out with the championship and still be on top at the end of the day. But no, they literally just pulled the trigger on them. Lose. Now you have nothing. You have no title. And the reputation of your faction and your leader is completely shot. I don't know how you revive that in a way where people can take them seriously. I still think they can bring them back and be entertaining because Solo is so entertaining. But like to be like, oh, this is the most dangerous group in the on the Friday Night SmackDown roster. Like, y'all got beat single-handedly by Sami Zayn. No, like I can't take you seriously as a threat. So what's going on? Not a heck of a whole lot, brother. Not good things.
Well, you can't even create a infraction from them. You can't even say like Tala Tonga is going to take over. Does that make sense? Like, there's no one.
Maybe Tama Tonga.
Maybe Tama Tonga could take over. I mean, that'd be cool. He is very charismatic. You got yeah.
All right. What do we
Next
like more? Do we like more? Yeah. Or
oui. I'm an international man.
You're okay. All right. What if Tamatanga goes wee?
If he was only in France, there's so many opportunities. Here's my next person. Oh, what's going on? What's going on with Rey Fenix? What's going on with Rey? My man, I feel like Penta after that. I love that Penta just cuts promos in Spanish and you just deal with it. Either you catch up or you don't. And he's talking to other wrestlers in Spanish. He doesn't care if you understand what he's saying. He's going to cut in the way he feels natural, and I love it. Penta is begging for some help here, right? Begging, and the New Day is a nuisance, but what's going on with Rey?
I'm assuming that it's just stand by until we need you to reunite the Lucha Brothers. That's what it feels like. They still are dead set on continuing the storyline with Penta and the New Day. They've already used the War Raiders as part of that, which like absolutely nobody asked for. They can't bring the War Raiders again. That's underwhelming. I think
he said goodbye to them already. He said, thank you for all your help.
He released them like a Pokemon. He released them like you would release like your Butterfree or something. I think now with the storyline still going on with the New Day, I think it's Andrade and Rey Fenix, because I see in our show notes here, you also were going to ask what's going on with Andrade. I'll put them right in here with this. I think they're both in standstill to be added to the Raw tag team division, and the catalyst will be this Penta storyline. If it isn't, then what the hell? What's going on? Not just with Rey Fenix, but what the hell's going on with Penta? Then we need to ask that question as well. The payoff here, the only one that's like a satisfying payoff, is Andrade and Rey Fenix, right?
At WrestlePalooza. If you tell me that you're going to have the New Day versus the Lucha Brothers and Andrade,
hell yeah.
Right? That's a match in itself that just screams WrestlePalooza, right? Ooh, gives me the tinglings for morning Kofi, morning. No. Morning Waller, then Morning Woods.
I do
you can't
also
just say morning.
Have a tingling for Morning Wood. So.
Thank God. What's going on with Logan Paul? Now, the reason why I have Logan Paul here, Santi, is when is this man going to catch a W? You know, when's he going to catch a W? That's seems like he's going to be someone to take seriously. I feel it is odd to me that he's been around for so many years and he's been wrestling on weekly television. He makes appearances. He appears more than some wrestlers, and he wrestles at major PLEs. He puts on a show. He does it, goes all out, and yet people won't accept Logan Paul, and people still will go tooth and nail and say he's not a great wrestler when there's so much evidence showing you that he is a good wrestler. My question though is that mean that does Logan need a world title? Is Logan never going to reach these shake these ghouls away in terms of being haunted like a Miz? Because Miz dealt with that for so many years and he went through all of it to be able to be revered now. Is Logan Paul going to be ever revered or admired from the WWE whole?
The WWE whole, no. I genuinely am baffled by any argument that Logan Paul is bad at this. Like, I objectively believe that is wrong. He's very good at this. He's good at promos. He's good at storytelling. He's good at making. Oh God, I pulled an LA Knight. The cough button didn't go off. I think he's just good at being a WWE superstar. Those that don't want to accept it, it's because they never will accept him. I like what Logan said. I could walk on water and you guys will think it's because I don't know how to swim. There's nothing that Logan Paul can do. He could go on a Kenny Omega stretch of 5-star matches for the next, a belt collector, 5-star matches left, right, and center, and he will not change those people's minds because those people are entrenched that they just do not like Logan Paul, period. Doesn't change the fact that Logan Paul isn't objectively fantastic at this world of professional wrestling. But can he change those people's minds? No. Those people's minds are made up for the rest of his career. And it is what it is. If anything, it might be beneficial to him to have this portion of the audience hate him as much as they do, because he will be forever a valuable heel at all times that a good portion of the wrestling universe will always be rooting against, because he will never be the cool heel that everybody roots for. Because there will always be that subset of people that just inherently dislike Logan Paul. And that in itself, when you have as good of a worker in the ring and as good of a promo as Logan Paul is, if it was anyone else but Logan Paul, he'd be the guy that like, oh, this is the cool heel that we want to root for. But he'll never be that, which means he will always be a great foil to put up against any babyface. And that in itself is a tremendous amount of value for the WWE. It's super valuable to them. So long story short, those people that refuse to like Logan Paul, you have given Logan Paul a place in the WWE for as long as he wants it. I think you've made him invaluable.
It's a good point, because in modern day wrestling, no one could be hated, truly, like hated, like Logan Paul can. I can't even think like of Don Callis with the screwdriver. There's people out there that love it when he pulls out that screwdriver.
Yeah, it's
Kyle Fletcher, same thing.
It's a little bit extra. It's very rare to find somebody that can be disliked at all moments of storylines while being really good at the wrestling portion, because it's usually like if you're really good at the wrestling portion, it leads to you becoming the heel that people want to root for. But that's not going to happen with Logan Paul. And that is a really valuable thing. That is a really valuable character that WWE can always rely upon. Like, hey, we need to get this babyface over. Let's put him up against Logan Paul, because Logan Paul can have a really good match and he isn't going to be that heel that people are going to universally root for and ruin the push of the good guy that we're trying to get over.
It's fascinating because I think of MJF, right? MJF is the guy who's talented in ring, and people know that he's working as MJF, but he works MJF at all times. And he's very difficult to be around when he's MJF, but that's 24/7. But no one hates him. They go, oh, he's working heel. He's like, this is who he is. This is his character. He's supposed to be a bad guy. But Logan, we see our boy Anthony out there going up, flying over to his wedding, and Logan's nice to Anthony, doesn't break a camera, his Polaroid, you know. Anthony gives him a nice wedding album, and Logan's cool with him, and still people would hate Logan Paul.
It's true. I'm not in that camp. I think Logan Paul is fantastic, and
because you sold out.
I sold in. I bought in. I should say. I bought in. I'm prime. I'm in my prime.
How many shares?
No shares, just as many prime drinks as I want, which is some might say more valuable.
What's your favorite flavor?
I don't remember what it's called, but it was the white bottle. It was like a lemonade flavor.
Oh, lemonade, the blue lemonade, maybe something like that?
No. It wasn't blue. It was literally like a white bottle. It was a white bottle. It was like a lemonade. I find Prime, like a lot of the flavors are a little too sweet for me. My nieces love Prime.
Sure.
I like that one because it's a bit more subtle and it's something I can drink a bit more regularly. But some of the flavors I'm like, I don't have the big sweet tooth that a lot of people do.
I heard the KSI flavor is pretty good.
Haven't tried it.
Do you have any Prime in your refrigerator right now?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I have the creamsicle. Not this one. No, upstairs.
You see, Logan, he's a fraud. He's a fraud, Logan. Boo! See, Logan, don't look. I have an empty fridge here, Logan. Empty fridge. Plenty of opportunities, Logan.
This man trying to steal my Prime. Where are we?
Of course.
Is there any more? What's going on?
What's going on? Zelina Vega did. We saw her in the battle royal that we had at the Evolution. She was dressed in all black and she had a edge to her and she was mean mugging the camera. I know she was mean mugging Julia, but this whole Julia feud with Michin and Kiana James, it hit such a big stall. And literally what they did with the Michin and Julia, decent match on SmackDown for sure. Like what are they doing there? And in result, I think Zelina is just suffering right now, right? Zelina, what's going on?
I hate to give you this answer, but bro, I don't know. I don't know what you do with a Zelina Vega now moving forward. If it didn't work, putting a U.S. championship on her, if they're already... Look, if the women's mid-card's already starving for time, how do you find time for somebody that is already even low within the mid-card right now with a Zelina Vega? I don't know. I don't know what you do. Could an NXT run be beneficial? Maybe. Could a reignited feud with Julia? Their last match was awesome, by the way. Julia and Zelina Vega. Maybe they explore that. Maybe Zelina Vega joins Julia and Kiana James. They had hinted about a new member. Maybe that gives Zelina Vega the ability to get more screen time and explore a new character inside of herself. I don't know, man.
Maybe AAA?
I didn't even think of that. AAA is a great shot right now. The Reina de las Reinas Championship, going after that. That'd be cool.
What's her name? La Flamer?
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's options, man. There's options.
Now that we're here, I'm excited for Worlds Collide, my man. Man, that card is sick. I'm all in, dude. I cannot wait for Worlds Collide, man. It's actually one of my highest performing videos on my YouTube channel is reviewing Triple Mania, man. People are slowly getting into it. And I think what really helps the AAA, and we said this before, is being on YouTube. YouTube's one of the biggest platforms to absorb any type of content, it seems, these days, and to build a community. And the fact that they're doing Worlds Collide again on YouTube,
hell yeah.
Thumbs up, dude. Hell
dude,
yeah.
I love how they just announced the card a couple weeks in advance. And here's every match. Here's 6 matches. Storylines, what are those? Here's the New Day going after the tag titles to go up against Psycho Clown and Pagano. Here's a sequel of El Demonito and La Yesca. Of course, we've known about Hijo del Vikingo and Dominic Mysterio for a while, but I thought it was hilarious and awesome at the same time that they're just here's the entire card. Enjoy. And I'm like, hell yeah, this is great. I'm down. I'm in. The only thing that I don't love is when it's taking place. I think it would have benefited from it being on a Saturday, separate on its own. I do think that there will be fatigue, right, from a lot of fans going from SmackDown, a SmackDown that's going to have Brock Lesnar on it. for 2 hours, and then another presumably 3, right, for Worlds Collide. So it's going to be a long night, and I feel like I think I see that as an unnecessary, unforced error. You could have had this Saturday afternoon. You could have had this Saturday
football,
evening.
though, brother. College football, man.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I don't think that the crowd that would be down to watch Worlds Collide would be the same necessarily like a crowd that would be entirely fully focused on football, because it's a large Mexican crowd. Mexico isn't into knee deep into college football specifically. And you can play around with the time zone of things as well, potentially with on Saturday. With it being on YouTube as well, the accessibility is so high that you're going to reach a big audience regardless of whether football is on, because you're not asking people to channel surf. You're just asking people to put it on their phone, on their tablet, on their laptop.
When was AEW? What's AEW doing? Let's throw it on there. Put it at the same time as Collision.
Collision, sure. But that's all. That's the only complaint that I got.
Isn't it crazy that AEW said, all right, we're bowing out. We're moving all out to 3 p.m. for WrestlePalooza? Are you going to go now?
I can't. I'm in LA. I'm in LA. Yeah. So I'll be in LA for the 20th. I'll be watching WrestlePalooza from the hotel on the 21st. Hopefully I have good internet for that. Won't be posting reactions, by the way, in case you're asking. I will do my watch along reaction stream, but won't be posting reactions. Don't want to mess with the mouse. I'm not down for mouse line rules. Not down.
Mouse line rules, because good old con man lost his Facebook page.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if the AEW is booking these shows with the expectation and with the leeway to expect to move to the afternoon now.
I have an idea. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I could put a folder on the Patreon for our reactions. And that it's a post that lives there. And as the day, like the night goes on, you just throw them on the folder. That means people could download them and post them wherever they want or watch them and get reactions. But I don't know if it's like a slippery slope in terms of like, all right, now we're going to paywall our reactions. And I don't want to do that.
Mouse, you're making money off of this.
Wait a minute. But I know that people want to see the reactions, and that's the hard part of it all. Imagine why don't you do that on your own Twitter? Post a link, be like, "Here's my reactions."
Do what you will. That's not a bad idea.
I am not. It is not. I am not. I don't know. Maybe they could trace it back to you and go, "Weird." I mean, you're not making money off of it. I mean, you're not posting it, but it's still you're distributing.
I'm still distributing. That's
the key. That's what the mouse is gonna see. That's why I wore this shirt, by the way. So you're taking money off of Minnie now. It's a weird dilemma, because I remember messaging you after what event? Clash. I was like, good Lord, look at these numbers we're going to be missing out on, because Clash did numbers, and then at least AJ Lee pulled, at least weekly television could pull in numbers. If the WWE is cooking, it's going to be cooking on IG for weekly television. But Clash was cooking too, man, and Clash pulled in some big numbers. And the idea of losing, God, just look at the card. I'm already salivating on those.
I know, but listen, man, it's a 1 day spike that could jeopardize your lifetime of everything that you've done. So
that's true, but
I will allow all of you to take the risk, because I'm always the first one that gets banned. I'm done being the first one that gets banned. You guys get banned.
You got banned on Twitch because you Dumbo had the little monitor with the.
Dude, we talked to Twitch about it, and they're like, "Yeah, sorry, bro."
What did they say?
They're like, it counts. Sorry, they called it, and it's right. It's there. They even said, like, we know you weren't trying to do it. It's just 24 hours. Eat it. Go do the call, because they have this like copyright school. It'll remove your copyright strike. Like, they straight up said, like, we have no concern over you, but like, we gotta.
Got your ass.
They got my ass. It's so dumb. So dumb.
I tried to tell you, and I was like, dude, it's a little bit. You're like, no way. I was like, yes. They do less. There's been people who stream UFC fights and NFL from their glasses, and they just sit real close and they try to get the views that way.
That's funny. Have you seen the people that will stream a UFC fight and they've got like a PlayStation controller pretending to
anything to avoid these robots these days. But yeah, dude, I'm excited for it. I think I'm excited to post at least Worlds Collide because I know we could do that. And Worlds Collide, like I mentioned, still does numbers because people are interested. I'm surprised no Omos on this card, bro. Like you have Omos come down there and be a terror, and there's no Omos in Mexico. Like, what's going on with that?
You know what? What's up with that? I'm with you. We should have had the Nigerian giant out there.
At least like put a tag team of Microman and Omos. Like they see, like they respect each other, and now they're a tag team.
They have a war like the bar, 7 matches.
Yeah. It's just Microman getting like, or like Jeff Hardy and Undertaker, right? They have that mutual respect, and you know, Omos respects Microman, and they become a team. Dude, that'd be so sick, dude. Imagine Omos coming out and Microman's on his shoulders.
I like that, dude. I'm sold. I'm sold. You don't need to keep selling, brother. You sold me. I'm buying. I'm buying. Take my money. Take my money.
I have a message to Aleister Black.
Go ahead.
Stay away from the zesty pin. All right. There's only 2 guys in town that have the zesty pin. How dare you lay on Mr. Wepa King that way? It's a very zesty way to lay on somebody.
Yeah, we've copyrighted that.
Yeah, it wasn't like a Shawn Michaels type of like.
It was our pin. It was our pin. 100%.
It was a variation of the zesty pin. That it's when
you're using the zesty pin.
when we're drained and exhausted, and we use all our stamina, we just lay on the opponent like that. That's what we call the zesty pin 2 option. You know, because zesty pin 1 is the or together. You know.
Yes, of course.
This right here that just dominates.
This right here, this is big zesty. All right, let's get to new heat order. I'll be back in 2 seconds because I am about to piss my pants.
Oh God! Don't let me riff. Why do you guys have a problem with me riffing? Okay, I riff because I riff, but. Let me just take this moment to do a meeting for the Glaze Factory. I know there's a lot of shareholders out there in the Glaze Factory concerned, worried, and we hear you here at the board of the Glaze Factory, and me as the acting member of the CEO of the Glaze Factory. We understand that there are concerns. You see our top product facing a lot of trials and tribulations at the moment. I mean, we were so close to capturing gold, and we held United States gold at one point as the LA Knight, but rest assured, we have a new member. Rusev is here, and Rusev just beat Penta, and that's exciting. You know, the Rusev stocks are up. Even though we did lose Karrion Kross and Braun Strowman, we still have a lot of hope in LA Knight here, and LA Knight could bring us to the promised land. One thing as I want to point out while Santi is gone, and I want to make very clear, is he hates Dominic.
That was like an Austin Powers piss. It wouldn't stop. I was like, I got to get back to recording. And the stream was like, it's not going to work for me, brother. Peace stream must pose.
Why do you hate Dominic Mysterio?
I do not. Stop trying to create this narrative. People are starting to believe you.
No, it's not. It's you.
No.
You the one that literally called his Intercontinental gold a false gold.
Fool's gold.
Your words. Fool's gold. Those are yours.
Okay, but that was in the summer when he literally hadn't had a single defense unless
he had a broken heart and you did not care. He was injured, Santi. He had a doctor's note and you were like, you didn't care.
Dude, I used to be a manager, and doctor's notes, I hated them, man. It's like, dude, you're being lazy. I know you're fine.
You see this note?
Get to work.
You see this note? You see this note? That means I can't do work right now, okay? Is there anyone in the office you would have booed? Who was the heel in your office without naming names and without giving specifics? Like, were there a manager?
Dude, I know. I had a front desk staff. Like, I took over a gym. And I had a front desk staff, and I was kind of like doing like little mini interviews with everybody, like just kind of like suss them out, like what kind of employee you are. And this guy, I learned, was actively telling people to cancel their membership at the gym and go to a different gym that's cheaper. I'm like, what the My front desk person is making me lose revenue and sending revenue to my competition. That was my heel. Another heel that I had a girl that worked in my daycare. She just stopped showing up to work. She stopped showing up to work, and she had the nerve to try to keep using her free membership at other locations where it worked. I'm like, no. Permaband.
So it sounds like you were the heel.
Dude, maybe. But like, if you're going to quit, just tell me. Just say, hey, I don't want to work for this place anymore. Okay, I don't care. I have no emotional attachment. Fine, I'll go find somebody else. But like, if I'm expecting you to show up and you haven't said anything.
I would hate to work for you.
You'd love to work for me.
No,
I'm a
I
great
would
manager.
hate to work for you. Yeah, I would hate to
I get shit done.
Like, you would be like, where's my hug? Dude, he orders all the buzz and excitement that we have for wrestling. These are our fancy graphics. At number 1 is going to be AJ Lee.
Yep.
Yep. Can I get a number 10 for more? Can I get a number 10 for Morning Woods?
Yeah, let's go Morning Woods, man.
Morning Woods. Dude, the way that joke set up, I was like, oh, Morning Kofi, Morning Weller, and Morning Woods. I was like,
you got me.
I was like, number 2, should we put Becky Lynch? We didn't talk about it in the pod, but I feel like Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins did a great job selling as heels to the aura of AJ Lee.
Big time.
The way they run away, the way they go, the way I love Seth Rollins has now become like he had so much aura and being so cool as the Vision, but then when he deals with Becky, he's like dealing with her in a way that he's like, he's like so frustrated with her. Like, I'm trying to help you. Let me fix it. I'm going to do what I have to do. And the way he just like stomps into the ring, I absolutely loved it. And I love the Wreck-It Ralph type of vibes between Seth Rollins and AJ Lee.
I'm 100% with you. They were vital in selling the return of AJ Lee, especially Becky Lynch. If it wasn't for how obnoxiously evil Becky Lynch was, it wouldn't, and it goes back to what we were saying, it wouldn't have been as satisfying. They focused on giving us a satisfying return.
All right, I put number 2 at Becky Lynch because I think Seth Rollins and CM Punk are just eye candy at this moment right now for the ladies.
I agree.
Take that. Number 3.
I'd have him lower, but Lesnar returning is a big deal. Setting up WrestlePalooza.
Oh, yeah, that happened at SmackDown, didn't it?
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
Can we put John here then? Great promo. Last time in Chicago, put Chicago over.
Yeah, John Cena is a good addition at 3. We do need to find a place for Lesnar on this, though.
I could put him at 9.
Well, okay, like I don't want to completely undersell it just because I'm not huge into Lesnar. What about you? Like, do you think he should be higher?
I mean, that dude is a freak of nature, man. That's
I don't want to make it about me. Like, if he should be top 5, put him top 5.
Well, if the name wasn't WrestlePalooza, because he comes out as like, I'll see you at WrestlePalooza, and you're like, ew. I thought he was gonna butcher it. I'll put him at 6. Keep him out of the top.
It would have been awesome if he said Wrestle Bonanza.
You just do it. Yeah. I'll see you at Palooza Wrestle. You're like, no, it's live. We can't change it now. Number 4. Let's see here. Could put Jey Uso.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Monday Night Raw. I was sitting there like, ooh, imagine at the meeting. We're gonna create a new shirt for main event Jey Uso because he's no longer main event.
But he's on Mondays.
Monday Night Raw.
Oh man, money!
Quick, print it. We can't lose the idea. Hurry. Someone else is gonna come up with it. Do you want to put 5 Jimmy Uso?
Yeah. Great promo from Jimmy.
Great promo from Jimmy saying the Orca about Paul Heyman.
Dude, he broke character. He started bursting out laughing after he said it.
All right, there we go. Right now number 7, 8, 9 are left here. Any love for LA Knight?
Dog, I was going to say a little bit of love for Raquel.
I love Raquel.
Yeah,
dude. That Tejana bomb was nice, right? The counter into the
great
Tejana
match.
bomb?
Great match with Lyra.
Now you're seeing how she's selling bigger, like even bigger than before. I have to like Kevin Ashley, but she's selling bigger. Like she'll take a hit and she'll grimace and go like, get really mad about it. I'll put her at 8.
Yeah, throw her in there.
Yeah, I like Raquel.
Kyrie.
No,
No?
Asuka, no. My thing about Asuka, and I said this in my watch party, is that I felt that the WWE, her return's being wasted. She comes back after a long hiatus. She like goes through the gauntlet of the Queen of the Ring and then loses to Jade very easily. And I'm thinking, all right, well, Asuka's still loved, and they just throwing away all this goodwill for what? A heel Asuka? And when she had that match against Nikki Bella, she did nothing like a heel. She did no heel moves or nothing to say, I am different. I'm changed. I'm cheating now. Kyrie, now you're on board like a la Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. That's not happening. Still, the abuse is there of Asuka yelling at Kyrie. But I'm saying, like, brother, Nikki Bella, I know people groan at Nikki Bella, but she should have been protected in that match against Asuka, not just lose clean. That's what should happen. So I'm not putting Asuka on this list.
Okay. All right.
Do you think that they're gonna be bold and put Rhea Ripley and Nikki Bella together at WrestlePalooza? Because we didn't mention this, but Rhea Ripley has to be at WrestlePalooza.
I had predicted Rhea Ripley and Nikki Bella teaming up as early as like end of May when the Judgment Day were champions. I thought they were going to be the ones to dethrone Judgment Day. Why you give me that look? You literally suggested the possibility of it happening now.
No, I'm saying that WWE is making us believe that because they look like they want the Kabuki Warriors versus Nikki Bella and Rhea Ripley, and I'm like, do we have nothing else better to do for Rhea Ripley?
No. It's the answer, no. Because the World Championship is Io and Wacker. Women's Intercontinental Championship is busy in the mixed tag match. So the answer is no, Sancho. There's nothing better for Rhea Ripley to do right now.
Jeez. Okay.
Any
love for Rusev being Penta?
Oh, I like Rusev this week. I love the promo backstage. You're not following the plan. You're not following the plan of Rusev returning, crushing everything, and getting championship opportunities.
I put Rusev at 9 then. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, who's our number 7th? This is a tough one. Who's number 7 here, dude?
I mean, here I think we could cheat and put Punk and Rollins because they're kind of they're the valets to the bigger program.
No love
right
for
now.
Sami Zayn?
No, I didn't say that. I think Sami Zayn could fit in the list. Questions. I think Sami Zayn could sneak on at number 10 here. Or is that where we have Morning Woods?
We have Morning Woods at 10.
We can't remove Morning Woods.
Can't remove Morning Woods.
Morning Woods is just there when you aren't expecting it, you know?
Hi, my name is AJ Styles and I need friends. Guess what? Dragon Lee is your friend now.
Hey man, they said we got AJ Lee at home, so they put up AJ Styles and Dragon Lee together.
Light it up. Any love for AJ Styles this week?
I mean, he's being talked about.
Right?
He's being talked about, so I think it's important to put him on here because this is the buzz, and the buzz is there.
There you go. There's your list. Number 10, Morning Woods. Number 9, Rusev. Number 8, Raquel Rodriguez. Number 7, AJ Styles. Number 6, Brock Lesnar. Number 5, Jimmy Uso. Number 4, Jey Uso. Number 3, John Cena. Number 2, Becky Lynch. Number 1, AJ Lee. I think we nailed it.
Boom. Bring it home. Folks, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast. An extra special bonus goes out to our $15 patrons. They are the ones that are producers. They're the 15s. The $15 patrons.
We should make a shirt that says 1-5.
Oh.
You ever heard of the 6-7 thing?
Like 6-7? That? Yeah. I have. I don't get it. So a special shout out goes out to the Santi Eats His the 1-5s. The Santi Eats His Monitor show. A man named Sancho needs to oil up, and I love oil. Abreem Zuda, Alex Waddle, Alfie the Chosen One
was oiled up.
He was he had the right amount of baby oil on.
He looked great on Monday night, by the way.
He did. Alfie Wallify, random hat he wore. I think he forgot he had it on. It
looked like Stone Cold down there.
I thought he probably like forgot to take it off.
No, it's just the LA Knight hat.
Okay.
He's selling merch, dude. You got to sell the merch. You got to let the people know. Look, I got a hat.
I got a hat.
You see the hat? You see the hat?
The hat stays.
I am Mrs. Nesbitt.
American Nightmare, Cody Lander, Antonio Arjona, Antony, Ariel Pacheco, Ashley Reynolds, Aussie Kingslayer, Austin Hoagland, Ao Carr, Bailey Saunders, Beans, Ben, Be Hostile, Bing Bong Wepa, Blenda, Blue Cord, Bluefish, Bobby, Bradley, Braden Primo, Brady Keaton, Brody Cyphers, Caleb Parker, Cameron Waring, Cameron Talks WWE, CB, Chimchar Collectibles, Chris Butner Lucas, Christian Anderson, Chucky Gonzalez, Clay, Colby Mayo, Cookies for Sale, Cool Whip Tim, Corey King, create an NXT Hot Takes video, you cowards, Dalton Dunbar, Derek Barnhart, Digi, D. Lopez, Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, Dylan, Sean Eggtos, El Hijo del Dr. Jelly Roll Jr., El Jono Americina, El Juan de Americano, El Joshi, Eric Ruiz Romero, Aaron Thorne, Ethan Domingue, A Sancho, I see you at WrestlePalooza, bitch. I Sanch, we want the San Diego Superchargers song, 5 Knuckle RKO, Fletcher Walpole, FMF CMA, forget the hyphen between super and man, Freezer, Fugnux, Gabriel Mesa, Gamerscape, Garrett Woods, Giovanni Gonzalez, Gilbert Deans, Giovanni Cervantes, Governor, GXA Man, Hartfeld, hey mom, you're the best. Hey Shay, Sody Kim, I'm Rick James, bitch. I, Santi Zap, am a real cult leader. Ian McNugget, I'm Braun Strowman. Imposter Sancho. Issa, by the way, I'm so glad I introduced the world to Imposter Sancho. Seeing that picture with like how many people have that as a profile picture in our Patreon is hilarious.
Broken Sancho?
The Imposter Sancho, yes.
Yeah. Among Us.
Among Us Sancho. Isa David says, I'm Drake the Snake Roberts without the OVO. All right. All right. It's Mista, it's Astro Kid, Ivan Martinez. I'll put Sancho on the thumbnail. J.E., Jack Gibley, Jack Harris, Jack Parker, Jackson Parrish, Jacob Fat 2, Jacob Miller, Jacob Pena, Jacob Saffel, Jake Chavoya, Jared Hernandez, Jared J, Jason Vane, Javier Rodriguez, Jay Henry, Javion McDuffie, JC Worley, Jelly Goose, Lesnar Roll, Jelly Roll, Jeremiah Fenley, Jeremiah Kelly, Jahihi Ahihi, Joe Velez, Joey Romig, John Sugru, Johnny Moore, Johnny Owens, Jordan Lynch, Jaws B, Joshua Gorak, Joshua Hoy, Juliana Sarfi, Justin Brooks, Justin Perkins, Caleb Martin, Karrion Cross, Ask Me, ESPN Plus on Dinner with Jay-Z, Kevin Bega, Kenyon P, Kuwaiti Rick Books, Kyrie Lawrence, LA Knights, Nightlight, Leonardo Horson, Liam, Lil Shifu, Lachlan, look, it's Pac-Man, Wepa, Luis Jimenez, Majed, Mark, Marnie YCSM, Matthew Dollar, Matthew Oberg, Matthew Watkins, Mossy, Mayhem Matthew, Mackay, Meredith Lee, Michael Purnell, Michael Paz, Michael Tervino, Michael Vera, Miguel Paredes, Mitchell X, Muhammad Ahmed, Muhammad Albanai, Nathan Tully, Nicholas Kyle, Nighthawk, Nino Ray, NyQuil Pad, Noah Booth, Number One, Cody Crybaby, Obi Nobi, Oil Up Now, Santi, Oliver Hammonds, Oscar Ruiz, Pat R, Pat McMark, Prince Vegeta, Proceed with Caution, Puppet Spanker Johnson, Rashad Walton, Reaper God, Ruben Witt, Rick Mar, 1R, Ricky Dutcher, Robert Rogers, Royce Ruffo, Ruben Sanchez, Ryan Spradley, Riley, Sadie Brinks, Alguero, Sam Brown, Sam Duke. Sancho doesn't get a safe space. Sancho needs an icon skin. Sancho's number one fan. Santi lives in Canada. Santi oil up for Cena's retirement match. Santiizer always clean Sancho's bad ideas. Santi custom games. Santi should talk AEW. Santi's tribal chief. Gibby Fresh. Sauce God. Saudi Rick Boogs, Savage Field, Semba, Shaggy WWE, Shane, Shitsune Nakamura, Sip God, Sir Alberton, Slime Manny, Slow Toke Rodriguez, Stevie G, Super Malachi Galaxy, Taman Bryan, the Vanilla Joe Rilla, the Visionary, the LA Name Mega Glazer, Jacob Kufis, the Final Boss, Bloodline Rules, the Wepa Warrior, Bing Bong, Toasty, Tobias Burnett, Tom Lehman, Tom Sorati, Trent Head, Trevor Harder, Two Slapped Cupid, Tycho, Tyler Logan, Unknown Zero, Vegan Penguin, Venom, Verzo, Voidsy, Juan Pablo III, White Mexican, William Newton, Zax Mira, Yarawepa. That's ridiculous. Yo girl's side. You stupid. My hot husband. Zach Griffin, Zay2K. Zay2K needs Santi to oil up. Zeke loves Zerxito and Lord BB and J. Thank you guys very much for supporting the Wrestling is Cool podcast at the $15 tier. We really do genuinely appreciate it. Folks, thank you very much for watching this episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and be wonderful people. Goodbye.